Hello, Amelia here. My dog Naya, who's usually in these videos, is off sleeping in another room and wasn't interested in being bothered for this video. So just me right now. I get to talk to you today about one of my most important topics, in my opinion, of really how to build yourself up, how to be a better business owner, how to make a better impact, how to make everything in your life easier. And you can just focus on working on this and things will get so much better. So one of this topic is trust, and trust is really important. And you're like, trust, you might roll your eyes a little bit about this, but trust is really important because if you had rough experiences before with boyfriends, girlfriends, business partners, accountants, parents, grandparents, anyone screwing you over, it can be very difficult to trust. And signs that you have trust challenges are you are pretty suspicious of people. You're afraid of people screwing you over. You might be unsure of people's motives and like you don't know how to untangle that so you can move forward easily. Things might take a long time to get moving. You don't know how to tell people's true motives. You go from situations of not trusting at all to trusting people like 110% and telling them everything, and then you get burned later on. That's a really good sign of trust that you could use some work on trust. I really struggled with trust for a long time. I trusted like nobody. I trusted money. I knew money was reliable, but that was about it. So if I can learn how to trust, you can learn how to trust. It's just pretty fucking scary to do because you've been burned. You don't know how things are going to go. People can burn you again. So you might be like, oh, I'll trust animals. That's great. I might trust money. That's great. And at the same time, if you don't trust people, your life is going to be so much harder. You might pick fights with your partner about that unnecessarily. You might be very frustrated with your business partner and project onto them. You could be continually putting yourself in positions to get screwed over by your parents, hoping that they will finally get to be more trustworthy. So one of the biggest keys about trust is to know there is no like a person is trustworthy and not trustworthy. There is no like black and white. It's more of a spectrum. Who can you trust certain things with? People can trust me to most likely have them be heard, validated, and possibly seen. That's on them to decide, but that's something that I've worked for that I can give to other people. People can't trust me to fix their computer. People can't trust me to know what to do with IT. People can't trust me to do the same task every day and not hand it over to people because I hate doing that. So it's like you have to figure out what to do to trust different people with. And if you can break that down, then it can be easier to figure out what can you trust people with and what can't you trust people with. Like my brother runs late all the time. And I could say, I can't trust my brother to run on time and kind of get this defensive stance where I'm leaning back and being like, fuck this guy. Or I could say, I can trust my brother to be late. Which one of those is more serving? Which one of those is going to set me up better in life? Trusting my brother to be late. So if I tell him be here at noon and he shows up at 12:30, guess what? I'm not going to be pissed at him because I know that he's going to show up at 12:30. And if I get routinely pissed at him, that's on me. I can accept him for who he is, do other things with my time during that time. And guess what? Be okay despite all of that. So if you can break trust into like, what can you trust people with and what can't you trust people with, that's going to make your life a lot easier. It's going to make your life a lot easier to stop listening to the people who don't know what they're talking about certain issues. Like I can trust my partner in life to talk about all things numbers. I can trust them to sit there here with my emotions and talk about this. Can I trust them to talk about feminine issues of like what I'm dealing with as a female? No, he has no experience with this. He's a dude. He's like, he'll sit there and listen to me and be empathetic, but he's not going to know what to say to that stuff. He's not a doctor. He doesn't know what it's like to be a female. He hasn't studied anything. So why would I trust him with that stuff? I can trust him to help me make a good decision with that. But me putting all of my efforts and trust into him and then getting pissed at him when he tells me the wrong stuff, that's on me, right? So the point of this is break this down, figure out who you can trust and who you can't trust with certain topics, with certain issues. And that can make your life so much easier. And I have got to go. But I will be putting more trust videos out because they're super, 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 super important. And if you want help with this, it's something that can help you out with that. And my website is ameliahirschfield.com. Fill out the connect page and I will see you on the next video.